Respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Medical and Health Sciences, Dean, College of Pharmacy, Vice Principal, Distinguished Speaker, HODs, Professor, colleagues, students of Pharmacy College, Sister Concern, and various colleges, it gives me immense pleasure in welcoming you all to the FDP program on OBE and NBA accreditation. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. In this context, I would like to say a few words about the College of Pharmacy. SRM College of Pharmacy, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Kattankulathur is one of the premier institutions for pharmaceutical education and research in the country. The college was established in the year 1992. The college offers B.Pharm, M.Pharm, PharmD, and PharmD post-baccalaureate courses and PhD. SRM Institute of Science and Technology is accredited with NAC with A++ grade, and Ministry of Human Resources Development places SRM Institute of Science and Technology in the category A. The National Institutional Ranking Framework has placed SRM Institute of Science and Technology in 15th rank among top pharmacy colleges in India in the year 2021. I call upon Mr. Arun, Research Scholar, Department of Pharmacology, to give an introduction about the FDP program. Over to you, Arun.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to share the importance of OBE and NBA accreditation. The ultimate aim of outcome-based education and NBA accreditation is to provide quality assurance in learning, recognition by the stakeholders, branding, and recognition of graduates globally. OBE accreditation focus remains on the evaluation of knowledge, skills, attitudes of the program through input and output parameters. OBE accreditation has boosted the institutions to prepare and nurture global graduates who will have to solve problems and shoulder challenges which are not even known today. With this prolution, let me now hand over the session to Gauri ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun. The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. On this note, I request our beloved Dean Madam to give a welcome address. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Gauri. A very good morning to all joined over here. Online FDP of OBE, that is outcome-based education, which will be helpful for the NBA accreditation also. And with this thing, I wanted to welcome our resource person of today's topic, Dr. Shankar Alga, who is that is a renowned pharmaceutical chemist and who is known to us. Also, it's a very professional colleague. And I welcome you, sir, for this FDP program. So it is very great of you to know that you have accepted our invite. Also accepted to deliver your talk on OBE. Actually, it came by our discussion only. So I'm very happy that you have accepted our invitation, and with your note, we are going to follow many things in our institute, so which will help us in all ways for this accreditation as well as for how to address the students, how to restructure our curriculum and restructure our what are the other practices what we need to do. So this is how this is what the notes what we are takeaway notes from will be. Like the outcome from your speech will be the restructuring and the practices what we have to adapt to again we have to enhance the system. So with this I welcome you, sir, as well as I welcome the our vice principal and the head of the departments, professors, and the senior colleagues in the Department of Pharmacy, as well as the senior colleagues, professional colleagues from our neighboring institute, as well as from our neighboring colleges also. And we have got a very huge response for this NBA accreditation and then the outcome-based education. So as it is known to each and everybody, but this outcome-based education, I think nobody will be having a very good introduction about it, and most of it would like to implement it, but lack of this knowledge or lack of the exposure towards this OBE will just think us that how to implement it and how to just. So with the inputs and the insights, when Dr. Shankar sir was with us, So we got so many inputs. So I thought that it will be very nice of us, and if it has been implemented to everybody, and again we'll know something about it, about the OBE, and we'll also start practicing it. So when we start practicing it, we will come to know that what are all the pros and cons of it, and after that we can go for a good way of structuring the curriculum as well as. So this is the first time College of Pharmacy is going for NB accreditation, and when it is going like this, the OB also is a very major part in it, as I came to know from the discussion what we had with Dr. Shankar sir. So I thought that it will be a thoughtful process when this is going to be implemented in our college, and I have to be a bit selfish first. Then after that, because of this, each and every colleague also will get benefited out of it. So this FDP, what we conduct is this is the first time we are conducting this online FDP, and the thing is that we wanted a support, but our university is giving us a great support for conducting this FDP. So again the response what we had. What we had from the external professional colleagues are very great, and we just limited to only to our faculty. Our pro-vice chancellor said no, it is not like that, let it be the thing. So whomever wants to know about it, so they can also learn it. So that is the reason why we have got for a minimal registration for that, so that it will be easier for them also to know it. So with this note, I would like to welcome each and everybody, and I don't want to take much of the time because it has to be a session, and I don't want to waste the time of Shankar sir also. So being in his busy schedule, he has spared us time. So thank you so much, sir, for your consent and accepting. I think it is a very short period, so we are disturbing you also. So I welcome you, sir. You can share your insights upon this outcome based. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I call upon Mr. Arun to introduce the speaker. Over to you, Arun.
I am indeed delighted and honored to introduce our eminent speaker for the day, Professor Dr. Shankar Alagon. Sir is currently working as head of the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, KLE College of Pharmacy, Belgaum, Karnataka. Sir has published more than 20 research and review articles in both national and international journals. Sir has also presented more than 15 presentations in national and international level conferences. Sir has got 15 years of teaching experience and 14 years of research experience. Sir has also participated in several scientific events and seminars, and Sir is also being a reviewer in many international journals. With this intro, sir, I would like to welcome you to take over the session to highlight your input and insights on the topic Intro to NBA process. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I share, madam, this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can share your slide. You able to share your screen, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes. Can you see the screen, madam?
No, sir.
Gayatri ma'am, please stop sharing your
Ah, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Shankar sir, please stay now, sir.
Okay.
Sir, any issues, sir?
Yeah. Just it is a Mac. It's not taking. Can anybody?
Else, if you can share the slide with us, sir, so that we will.
Okay, I'll send them.
Okay.
I'll immediately send.
Okay.
1 second. Just 2 minutes, madam. I am setting some.
I think once you can go out and come back inside, then it will problem will get over, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
can leave and join.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody is host. Can give once again co-host for sir. Suppose if he's leaving and coming back, Shankar sir.
Sir, already co-host has been given to the speaker. Sir.
இல்லப்பா அவர் ஒரு வாட்டி வெளியில போயிட்டு உள்ள வந்தாருன்னா அவருக்கு திரும்பி சான்ஸ் கிடைக்கும்.
Again, we have to give it.
இல்லாட்டி நம்ம கூட வாங்கிட்டு நம்ம கூட ஷேர் பண்ணலாம்.
சார் co-host போட்டாச்சுன்னா அவங்க எப்ப வேணா வரலாம் சார் உள்ள.
Sir joined.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible. Yes.
Can the
Yes,
screen
sir.
visible, madam?
Now visible, sir.
Okay. I am audible also.
Yes, sir. Audible. We can start.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Yeah. Always this
Screen move.
electronic system. Okay. Once again, very good morning, and I'm very thankful to Chitra madam and Damodar sir. They are having some faith on me to call this very unique, what I can say, interaction. Rather than say there is some in a lecture, I can say it is an interaction. We are also started in a 2016-17 like that only. In most of the time we are called engineering people. By that time is the new cycle. Very few pharmacy colleges are there. Usually most of the input we have collected from the engineering college people only. Okay, so once again, thank you for SRM College of Pharmacy inviting me to this unique FDA program. Today I'm going to discuss something about there is an NBA accreditation process, and some part is the Obe. That is my interest. That is an outcome based education. Okay, if you see what we are going to understand from this talk, especially in an introduction to accreditation. Okay, what are the basics of in a national board of accreditation? That is nothing but NBA, and finally we are going to touch upon little about OBE, that is very important one from Washington Accord. We are practicing like a outcome-based education. At any moment, anybody, if you are having little query, you just ask me, because if I know, I can tell you, otherwise I can know from your side. Two, it is only learning. Okay, is it clear? Can I going to start? Okay, most of the people, when accreditation comes, there is a first question in the mind is, can I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. Whenever the accreditation comes, most of the people, the first question like this: what is accreditation? Why accreditation? Who gets accredited? And what is the impact? This is the what I can say, perception of principal, vice principal, and management. I'm telling the story. This is everyone you just involve. I'm not telling any one side of the lecture. If the management says we require the accreditation, and the management, when comes to it's a percolate to the principal, director, or vice principal, the first question arises in their mind: what is accreditation? Why accreditation we required? And who gets accredited? What is the impact of accreditation? These are the first four questions rise in a principal and vice principal and sometimes director, when anyone, the university or in a management, they told to go for the accreditation. Then come to, if the same accreditation word, when they are going to start the discussing into their in a department or in their institution or in their in a university, there are so many faculty, they will raise more than one question and they will ask each other, like, what is accreditation? Why we required accreditation? Okay, what are the benefits of accreditation? And what is my role of accreditation? This is the one of the very important, each faculty, they will raise all these questions whenever your principal or your vice principal or your director will going to say you, okay, now next academic year, we are going to start or we are going to accreditation. Then each one faculty, either it is in a even staff or non-teaching staff or whatever the office staff, everyone, they will raise this question: what is accreditation and why we required accreditation? And each individual person, we will going to ask, what is the benefit of accreditation for me? And next two, the last two is very, very important. Each faculty, they will ask, what is my role? What is the role of my in accreditation? And what about my existing workload? I do understand most of our in a working system, we are having that all in a structured workload. Okay, in a structured workload, if we are going to start the one more additional work, then all of a sudden, whatever in a structured workload, it is going to hamper. But why I given this connection? If you ask these questions to yourself, okay, then you will get the 100% answer. As a personally, I can say, in according to the Bhagavad Gita, whether we like it or not like it, there is a parivartane jagadaniyama. Means you have to change every time according to the need and according to the present situation. The down the line, if you see in a 3 year back, nobody knows coronavirus. Okay, so suddenly we are in a phase in a millennium or in a last century, the pandemic, there is a corona, or usually we can call it a COVID-19. In such conditions, if you ask questions yourself, these 5, why, what are the benefits, what is accreditation, and what is the my role, and how I am going to manage my workload. It is all interconnection. It is all interconnection. If you miss anything also, this cycle is not going to complete. That's what I'm telling you, all my colleagues. Okay, whenever there is accreditation comes, first you go with a positive thought. Okay, whether I like it or don't like it, it is a required now if you want to be in a race of in a competence-based education. Then come to, we can go a little bit about genesis. Genesis of this National Board of Accreditation. Usually we can called as a NBA. National Board of Accreditation, NBA in India. It was initially established under the All India Council for Technical Education in the 1994. It is an ambit of AICT. It comes under AICT part. But over the 14 years later, NBA come into the existence as independent autonomous body with effect of 7th January 2010. Almost it required more than 14 years to become its in existence. By this time, most of this expenditure and it is most of the regulatory, it is done by All India Council for Technical Education. But a very landmark, or I can say it is one of the important step in April 2013. Okay, it is along with the Memorandum of Association and Rules for NBA were amended in the April 2013 to make it completely independent of AICT. Up to 2010 to 2013, even it is an independent, most of the it is a funding and other instruction they are going to take from the AICT only. From the April 2013, it is become independent along with its decision and as well as in a finance. So birth of the independent National Board of Accreditation is started in April 2013. In a same time, we are going to signed in 2010 the Washington Accord. What exactly in a Washington Accord? Most of the people, I think, those who know the NAC and the NBA process, they knows what is the Washington Accord. Usually is the Washington Accord. It has been established in 1989 for the engineering programs. Most of the, what is the purpose of this establishment? Is to mutually recognize and accept the qualifications accredited by signatories. These signatories are basically now more than 18 countries are there, but basically when they started, it is only the 13 to 15 countries are signatories members. Basically, it is Australia and the United States. They are in a main decision making bodies. But if you take most of the signatories members like Australia, Canada, Republic of Ireland, Hong Kong, Japan, New Zealand, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Taiwan, United Kingdom, USA, Germany, India, Malaysia, Russia, Sri Lanka, even Pakistan. So many other these comes under signatories. Basic their purpose is there to establish some standards in the engineering education. Then come to National Board of Accreditation, NBA. Usually they have set very important and structured vision. Now, what is to be an accrediting agency of international standard? That's what when we want to say why we require. Always our student has to go in a global requirement, and when our students are usually, according to me, they are our product. When our product, if we want to expose or we want to say in front of globally, so our product should be standard according to global standards. That's what in a National Board of Accreditation, they have set the very structured vision, that is to be an accrediting agency of international standard by ensuring the highest degree of credibility in the assurance of quality and relevance. to professional education and come up to the expectation of its stakeholders like academicians, corporates, educational institutes, very important government, industry, and regulators. And another important is the stakeholders are students and the parents. This is the vision. Then come to a mission of National Board of Accreditation. It is to stimulate the quality of teaching is a very important. Then self-evaluation. Most of the time we can give the quality of teaching, but self-evaluation somewhere we are going to compromise, and accountability. So these three important mission they are going to express like in a National Board of Accreditation, that is to stimulate the quality of teaching, self-evaluation, and accountability in a higher education system, which helps institution realize their academic objective and adopt teaching practice that enable them to produce high quality professionals. This is a very important. It is not only in a quality professional, in a high quality the professional. What exactly in a present need high quality means? There is a quality, there is no in a high or low, but why they are exaggerated this to actually to meet the present requirement. If you see whatever the one in a very important objective of today in a 2022, when any student, if he is going to admit today, he is going to complete his in a graduation next after the 4 year. But whether that objective, whether that need is clearly it is there in a word, or sometime it may be absolute. So that's what they are using the word high quality professional means any time or any position, these graduation can change, can adapt the present need or present quality of the requirement, and assess and accredit the programs offered by the institution importing the technical and professional education. I think we know what is the clear-cut mission and vision. In a vision, they are interested about in our professionals or our graduates. They should be in international standard. Okay, and another important things, one is the quality relevance and quality assurance. Then come to mission, where what is the mission of in an NBA? They are very clear. The three structured mission is there. One is to stimulate the quality of the teaching. Second one is accountability, and third one is the self-evaluation. Always, that's what I told you. Self-evaluation is the very important. Whether I am my in education, or whether my knowledge, whether my understanding is going to meet the present requirement or not. This is a very important in a National Board of Accreditation, whether we are going to meet in a present situation. Then come to what are the major objectives of in a National Board of Accreditation. There are so many. Here just I am going to give some of the glimpse about the what are the important objectives of the National Board of the Accreditation. The NBA to assess and accredit the technical education programs. The pharmacy comes under technical education, and even though pharmacy is going to governed by two statutory bodies or two governing bodies, usually in the Pharmacy Council of India, and other one is in a AICTE that comes in a NBA. It is all once again in a different thought of class that is we are not interested about to discuss though, but accreditation is a must and should in a present the condition. Second one is to evolve the standards and parameters of assessment and accreditations. Third one is to promote excellence through benchmarking process. This is the very, very important. The benchmarking process means according to the NBA tells about, it will not tell about or it will not dictate what practice you are doing, because we are having more than 28 states and more than 500 different institutions, and we are having the different type of universities like national importance, the state universities, private universities, deemed universities, and in a national NITs, and different people they are having the different, but they told the benchmark in your excellence should be in a process, and it should be in a properly continued. That's what an NBA never tells about. You have to do like this only. It is assess whatever you are practicing, whether that practicing is properly along with the present need or not. Okay, they are not dictating us you are going to do only this way. They are telling whatever you are doing, whether whatever your practice, that practice is properly you are evaluating or not, properly auditing is there or not, or properly you are making the standards or maintaining is there or not. Then to promote excellence through the benchmarks, there's another important, to promote the quality consciousness. That is very, very important. In assessment and afterwards, whether we are quality consciousness or not, whether only in a quantity quality or quality, both we required as a present situation. But if we go for in a NBA accreditation, we can get quality and as well as in a quantity in terms of education or in terms of knowledge. But the NBA tells about whether any institution they are promoting or they are practicing the quality conscious system in a technical education. Whenever I'm using the word technical education, it include in a pharmacy also. Usually when they are telling in a pharmacy or in any, according to the NBA, they have given the clear-cut idea about what are the technical in an institution, or what are the when we say any one program, it include in a engineering and engineering, computer sciences, and as well as in a pharmacy, and then come to management and the catering, the science. Then come to it is a facilitator. Actually, the NBA wants to build the technical education system as a facilitator to human resources. And next one is it should be a benchmark in a targeted global need. That's what most of the time they are repeating these to meet the global requirement or present need. Next is a very important. They are going to assess, their objective is self-assessment in a technical education. And next one is very important, domain knowledge. Okay, I'll give the simple one example. I thought that most of the people, you are the pharmacy people, most of the student when they come to pharmacovigilance, or when they are completed in a pharmacology or in a pharmacy people, sir, whether pharmacovigilance in a pharmacy people or any other people is going to compete with us. Most of the time, I will tell you, the pharmacy people, you are having the domain knowledge. Okay, so in a domain knowledge play a very, very important role to build anyone graduate or anyone the professional, especially that's another very important objective of in a NBA, to build or to contribute in a domain knowledge of the specific or appropriate program in a quality parameter and assessment and evaluation. That's what he told. The domain knowledge is not only imparting to the in a student centric. Even the NBA tells about it should be in a management and also in a teaching centric also. There's a quality parameter, assessment and evaluation. This domain knowledge should be utilized in a assessment and as well as in a evaluation. Next, come to the question in a very simple way. What I'm going to have given in most of the time. What is accreditation? Okay. Accreditation is a process of the quality assurance and improvement whereby a program in an approved institution is critically appraised to verify that institution or program continues to meet and exceed the norms and standard prescribed by regulator from time to time. This is not, I'm not taking anything out of the box. This is exactly how it is written in our accreditations in a homepage. That is a National Board of Accreditation. That's what I thought to put as it is. It is a benefit of our all fellow colleagues. Okay, it is what is they are going to highlight about here. They are going to set any any norms or standard prescribed by regulator from time to time. That's what I told you in a regulator. Always in a pharmacy, we are in a gazetted in a curriculum, and there are some of the what I should say constraint. Oh, okay. Even this constraint, this accreditation, we can come out of these constraints with the help of our own assessment system and evaluation system. Why I'm telling, most of the, if you see last 3-4 years, we are going to teach in a same whatever the prescribed or whatever the gazetted in a curriculum. But accreditation, it gives the freedom, can include anything excess or anything you want to add on your curriculum that makes you more stronger and what I can say to meet the present requirement. In other way, accreditation, it is a kind of recognition. Okay, if anyone around the X number of people, they are opt for this some company, or the company person usually first he will go to the recognized institutions. Some of the in a premium institution, they will ask for whether your program is recognized by a regulator or not. In such condition, the accreditation helps to our graduate to come front of some other non-accredited programs. That's what accreditation is, a kind of recognition which indicates that program or institution fulfill the certain standards. Is it okay? Is it correct? Whether I'm going fast or like, is that correct?
Correct only.
Okay. So I think
Yes,
most of my colleagues, they understand what is the accreditation. And whenever the word comes
Yes,
accreditation, don't afraid. Okay, it is just to assess whatever you are practicing. That's all. Then come to why we require accreditation. There's the next question is the very important one is why accreditation is required in a present situation. The purpose of accreditation by National Board of Accreditation is to promote and recognize excellence in a technical education in a colleges and universities. So once again, I use the word here, accreditation is not to the college or not to the universities. It is a program. I'm going to tell you in a future, talk. Most of the people, they are misconception or they are not known accreditation. Is anyone X institution, it is accredited? It is not X institution. In that Y program, which program is accredited in that? If anyone institution, they are going to run by different programs, in that different program, which program is accredited? So that is a very, very important. And that program you can highlight, that is a standards and recognition and excellence in a technical educations. Then come to impact of accreditation. That's what are the benefits are in other way in impact of education. First one is very important. It encourages the quality improvement initiatives by institutions. If you take in the last 20 years, most of the time, every 6 years or 8 years, suddenly there is a change in a curriculum and other things. Without knowing whether it is required for that, whether is it that curriculum is going to help for our student or not. It is because of the state university, because of the management, because of the deemed university startup, because of the private university, their interest. Because of these, there are so many curriculum you are going to change. So this change, apart from whatever you want to improvement over the institution, that is encourages the quality improvement initiatives by institutions. If you don't have accreditation, if you are affiliated or if you are not accredited, blindly you have to follow the whatever the prescribed in a curriculum. Next, come to improve the student enrollment. This is very important. Whenever the accredited and non-accredited, you can get the improvement in a student enrollment, both quality and as well as the quantity. This helps already. I can give my own institution. Already we experienced this this impact. Okay, improve the student enrollment, and both as a quality wise and in a quantity wise also. Then come to accreditation helps to institutions securing necessary funds. So this is a little bit most of the people, they are in a bias. Okay, whether if accredited institution can get the fund very easily, or non-accredited institution, they are going to fund like it is a still bias, but most of the time if your institution is accredited, and some of the funding agency, they will look forward those who are in an accredited institution. Then come to it enhance the employability of our graduates. If that's what I told you in a previous slide, if accredited and non-accredited graduates, if they opt for the same, and most of the company or premier company, they are going to choose, they are going to opt only in accredited program students rather than over the non-accredited programs. Then come to it facilitate the transnational recognition of degrees and mobility of the graduate and professionals. This is the somewhat they put it into the in a very high-fi word, but according to my word, I can say the mobility of graduates and professionals, it is all about they are concerned about one geographical area to another geographical area. It can helps to recognition and mobility. Then motivates. Actually, it is my personal thought. It actually motivates in a department level. It motivates the personally if you go for the accreditation and faculty to practice activity and academic related to institutional and department activity. It is my personal things. You can 100% motivate if your institution is going for the any program for the recognition to the National Board of Accreditation. Another one is very important. It helps to meet the or take the challenges in academic environment. Already I told you nowadays is most of the challenges are sometimes hidden challenges. They are going to come in our day-to-days in the academic environment. But accreditation means it can helps to take the any challenges in a day-to-days in academic the conditions. Then come to the most of the other side. Just one they'll ask what is the significance and what is the benefits. So these are the impact. It may not seem immediately. In fact, it may not seem immediately. Sometime it can gives mouth to mouth in a student. That is a very important this one. But the next one is what are the benefits and significance of accreditation. Okay, the accredited program offers highest quality education is available. Okay, so that's what is a first their vision and mission only they are told what is the mission and what is the vision of this accreditation of National Board of Accreditation. Next come to accredited program strengthens the consumer confidence. This once again I am using the word consumer or in a better way stakeholder. Stakeholder. If any program is accredited, okay, it is a both both in a stakeholder and as well as in a faculty and student, they become a more confidence over the on the accreditation or on the assessment. Then come to the accredited program demonstrates the accountability. This is the very important accountability to the public, the commitment to the excellence and the continuous quality improvement. Usually there is a AICT, they will run these in a quality improvement program. Our college in the KLA College of Pharmacy, Belagavi, we are having the one of the quality improvement nodal cell. What it tells even in a accreditation also, it is a continuation quality improvement. The quality is always changes the time to time. and according to the consumer need, I can say stakeholder need. So that's what it is in a benefits and significance. It can increase the continuous quality improvement on the basis of the self and as well as by and large as a society. Then come to an accreditation helps to institution. They knows strength, weakness, and opportunity. At least some of the people SWOT analysis. If you done SWOT analysis, I'm telling you, you can do this each or individual teachers. That's a very important. If I know SWOT, that is a strength, weakness, opportunity. If I know these things 100%, I can say what are my strength and what are the probability to meet. And if I am having a weakness, how to meet those weakness to a weakness, it should be converted into strength. And when the strengths I'm going to have, I'm having opportunity to improve that. Okay. It is a strength, opportunities, weakness, and improvement. Always it is according to my self, it is a personal assessment and as well as in a department assessment, and also it's a institutional assessment. Sorry. Hello. Is there any?
No, sir. No issues, sir.
Okay. The next is another important accredited program is demonstrates accountability to the public, the commitment, excellence, and the continuous quality improvement. Next come to who gets accredited. I'm telling most of my colleagues, so this slide is a very important. Most of the time, whenever you are going for the any accreditation, this is the first question of your management or your coordinator, who gets accredited, whether I'm going to get accreditation. So that is a very important. Even we are asked with the first question, because of 2015 they have changed from the old tier to in a new way, that is in a tier 1, and basically they understand, they are given a very clear cut instruction and some of the information who gets accredited. Okay, individuals, courses, and institutions are not accredited. I'll repeat once again. Individuals, courses, and institution are not accredited. What it means, institution, it may run so many different type of courses. Okay, in one course there may be a full of demand, in other course there is no demand. Okay, in such conditions, we are not going to, or any authority, it is not having any assessment over the in a present condition over there. That's what the whole institution is not going to accredit it. Then come to the courses. The courses also, they are in a sometime, if I say in a pharmaceutical science courses, in a pharmaceutical science courses, there are different various departments and other things. In one department, there is a very good in a number of admissions. In other department is a very less, and it's all on the basis of present need. Okay, it is sometime in a down the line 15 years back, 99% people, they are going to opt for the biotechnology and some of the in a pharmacy practice and other department. They are very what I can say very demanded. But when time goes around the decade, their student or stakeholder, their demand is a different, their need is a different. Then once again, the courses are not going to accredited. Then come to the individuals. There is no need to this one, everybody knows. And the individuals, courses, and institutions are not going to accredited. But NBA is only accredited program in engineering, like the so many different departments. Like I can give some of the example, like computer applications, pharmacy, management, hotel management, and catering technology, etc. So this is the major difference one should understand, whether what is the accreditation and who is going to get the accreditation. Okay, courses, individual, institution are not going to accredited, whereas it is going to accredited like what I mean to say, like in a programs, like in a program. If I give the one example, in a pharmacy, we are having the different program, like a undergraduate program, B Pharm program, then come to M Pharm program, if I give the in a same you in a 2004-5, our is a first institution, our KLA College of Pharmacy, Department of Pharmaceutical Science, or Department of in a pharmaceutical chemistry, it has been accredited. By that time, once again, they are giving the department. Okay, so ours is, I think, by that time, one of the accredited department, along with our undergraduate program. And in a postgraduate program, department-wise, our in a chemistry department has been accredited. So that's what I am telling you. There is a course rather than course. The programs are going to accredited by the National Board of Accreditation. Like, for example, in a pharmacy, B Pharma is a one program, M Pharma is another program, and like if you want to say MBA in a B Pharm, or if you want, some people they might have started in an MBA in Ayurveda. Some people they started in a different program, or the in a pharmacy only. Okay, practice MBA in a B Pharm practice. There are so many different the program. So NBA will give the accreditation program, not to the any institution or course. Next, come to there are the usually the two tiers. They are in a 2014-15. They are given in a very nicely. If you go to the National Board of Accreditation in a homepage, you can get the very easily understand. And even though they are given in a who are all accredited, and what is the time schedule, and whether now they are accredited, their time is due, or whether they are when they are previously they are accredited, or and usually in a college or institution they are given in a different accreditation program. But when it comes to in a clear-cut indication according to the National Board of Accreditation, first we are like they are going to give the accreditation like a institution with a national importance. Once again, it is a very important. Sometimes they will ask the questions in a very vague manner if in a student interaction. Okay, these in NBA inspectors, whether you tell me whether in which setup you are taking the graduation. The student should able to know whether I am in a university, whether I'm in a department, whether I'm affiliation college, whether I'm in a working in a deemed university. So that's what they are given in a different way, like institution in a national importance, like in a ISC, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Technology. Okay, so Indian Institute of Management. So these are comes under the national importance. Okay, so these institutions can go for the accreditation. Next comes to in a national institution of technology, and others IASCs, or they are going to go. Next come to the central universities. In a central universities, already it has been amended in a member of the parliament with the help of member of parliament in our parliament amendments, and then come to in a state university. State university, it has going to approve in a state legislative assembly. Okay. There are a lot of differences. The central universities, they are governed by in a central the amendment, and then come to the state university. And the interest of it is a state, like sometime it may be the minority, it may be linguistic, or it may be in a state importance. All these it is going to under the state universities. Next come to the private universities and deemed to be the universities. Private universities are sometime you can heard about. There are some law colleges, there are some other colleges. They comes under private colleges or private universities, but it has been also under the in a section, in a government section only. But the most of their in a regulations and other things, they are in a private. Then come to the deemed to be the universities. Already most of the people, because we are working under the deemed university, there is a KLA Academy of Higher Education and Research, and SRM, whatever they are in a SRM in a deemed university. In a such university also you can come under the tier 1. Then another one is institution is declared as a autonomous by the competent empowered authority. These are the according to once again our in a geographical condition, or east to west, north to south. It is on the basis of requirement. So these are institution can go for the NBA directly in a tier 1, that is in a national importance. There is some example is IITs, and Then come to the national universities, along with the national universities like central universities, state universities, private universities, deemed to be the universities, and institution declared as a autonomous by the competent empowerment authority. Okay, so I can say before going to the whether I'm going to get or whether I'm going to accreditation. So this information is a very, very important. Sometime they are going to have a tier 2 an affiliated college. Okay, in an affiliated college, or usually they are in an affiliation to one university, and in Karnataka, if you say like in a RGHS, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, and if you take the Tamil Nadu in Anna University, there are so many MGR University, there are so many different university affiliation that comes to in a different tier. But most of the time, it is in which under the you are going to for the accreditation. That is a very important, and along with you have to make necessary your requirements. Then come to these accreditation are usually in a 3 type, or usually nowadays in a behavior also it is included. It is most of the time in accreditation now started in a outcome-based accreditation criteria after the 2015, and it has been fully amended in 2017. That is now most of this accreditation process is the outcome-based accreditation criteria. But in that there is a basically 3 in a part. One is the knowledge, skill, and attitude. Most of the time, behavior also they can include, and most of these accreditation body they will see how these 4 parts they are going to acquire in the end of the program. That is what knowledge, the skill, attitudes, and behavior. Okay, in that most of the people they will practice in the knowledge, the skill, and attitude in a outcome-based educations. But if you see what happening in our most of the engineering, the other undergraduate program, and most of the time the question arises, what student is able to do after the graduation. Most of the when we heard about any these these drives, usually when they want to employable drive or in a placement drive, some of the times they are upset. Actually, they are not. Our student is not going to meet exactly what industry requirement or what in a teaching institute required, or otherwise what in a higher education required. That's a very important question everyone comes to the mind. What student is able to do after the graduation? This is a very important question. Sometimes we may ask, you are a graduated, you don't know these things. Rather than asking these questions to any graduate, we are failed to set some standards. Yes, so these are the standards, or these are the some of the whatever the must know things before completion of his graduation. So that's what most of the practicing all over part of our India and some of the other part of the country. There is a graduation in India. What I'm going to say, the graduation from the 12th standard with the institution offering undergraduate programs. Usually, it is influenced by management, faculty, and academic process. This is the one setup. After the 12th or after the 10+2, okay, any graduate, okay, or any we can call it as a 12th graduate, okay, or sometimes some states they are going to call in a pre-university student. Okay, so once they complete in a 12th standard, okay, they are going to in any universities like a state government, AICT, NBA, and these are their influence of management and faculty. They are going to opt for the undergraduate program. And apart from this, there is a parents and industry and technology. These can give the very impact over the selection of undergraduate program. The parents is the first. They are going to very important. What I can say. No, my son or my daughter should be only such undergraduate program, The industry, some people they know industry, we want such graduates. Suppose in the last time, if I know IBM, they told in a next 5 year we required around more than thousands of mathematician. There's an industry requirement. In a such condition, and technology, technology, if I say now, if you last 10 years back, AI and ML and deep learning, machine learning, then come to artificial intelligence and deep learning, and these are the few people. Now the technology we required these things, then we can sort of the different undergraduate programs. Then come to the graduation, they are going to produce. Okay, they are going to produce, or they are going to pass whatever the required passing exams, either university or in a state or in a central university, whatever the usually you can call passing examination. Once passing they are graduate, they are going to seek in a placement in a higher education. Okay, then small part they are going to go into the entrepreneurship. But all these, it is a majority, it is influenced by social factor, economic factor, and market factors. In a market need, they are going to see whether I am going to meet whatever the market requirement, whether I am going to meet whatever my knowledge, my skill, okay, my attitude is going to match for the economical factors and the social factor. This is the most of the time earlier they are going to practice. It is before OBE. Now after the OBE, that is a graduation with the OBE framework. This is a little bit difference. Most of the things, whatever the external factor will remain same, but how we produce along with the OBE, that is a little bit difference. Same once again, the first part will remain same. There is a graduates after the 12th standard. He will go through that whatever the undergraduate institution, along with the engineering, management, pharmacy, faculty, a different academic process. In this, once again, it is important what they are going to produce. Like same once again, it is important factors, parents and industry, along with like universities, state governments, AICTE and NBA. But before producing here, there is a NB or in a OBE framework, it will make some graduate attributes. I'm going to tell you what is a graduate attributes. The engineering graduate, just I am giving the one example, even you can say pharmacy graduate with defined ability. The pharmacy graduate with defined ability, like program outcomes, the program specific outcomes and the course outcomes. First, before completing or before entering into his in a graduation, we have to fix what is the program and what is the outcomes. And when outcomes and programs, if you mix, what is the exactly program outcomes and what is a PSO, that is a program specific outcomes. Some people, they are confused over the PSO and POs over the pharmacy and in engineering. Just I'll give the one line the difference. What is the PO and PSO? That's what I use the word only undergraduate. Here I'm using the word most of the teachers, they are confused over the PSO and the POs. POs, it is set by most of the time in a regulatory authority, but PSO, it is going to set by specific in a department. Okay, like in a program specific outcome. If I am any one person, they are going to IT, and it is a different outcome. If in a computer science, in engineering, it is a different. If it is civil, electrical, electronics, they are the different. But POs will remain same. And apart from that, the PSO also they are going to. What are the specific outcome? What are the program outcome of as a graduate engineer? He should know. But along with the one should know the specific outcome. So this, according to this, is going to helpful when pharmacy we are going to do in a postgraduate accreditation. When the postgraduate accreditation, that time PSO can help. PO will remain same of the most of the postgraduate graduation, but PSO is the statistics is different. Pharmacology is different, pharmaceutical chemistry is different, pharmacognosy is different, regulatory affairs is different, because there is a specific outcome. Then come to course outcomes. Apart from the course outcome, whether in a specific or in a when you say in a program outcome, how I am going to match these course outcome to program specific outcomes and program outcomes. Then come to here once again after the POs and COs. Once we practice this, we are going to the graduate is going to seek once again same the placement in a higher education, like in a different in a competitive exams. And here also some part of the very small segment of the graduates, they will start up their entrepreneurship. But same in a social and economical factors also they are going to factor. But apart from this, what is the difference here? OB in a OB in a post graduation also is the college has some in a link towards these graduates. They are involved to after the 4 year and what are the activities, whether these whatever the POs and COs, PSO, they are helped in our graduate. That's what program educational objective. Here it's a little difference. That's what alumni and alumni segment. When you are going to have this NBA accreditation, we have to give the list of these alumni. So this is the one major difference over the whatever OB framework of accreditation, and previously it is a in a normal day-to-day most of the university they are going to practice. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then come to we are going to discuss about something whatever we discussed about, that is OB framework. Actually, it is my interest. OB, this is a simple, I can say most of the people know what is the outcome. Most of the people, they will ask the question, what is the outcome? So that's what, if outcome, if you want to fix the starting, then you have to reverse that. If you want to this, if you want to get this, what is your requirement? That's right. It is actually in a reverse planning, or usually you can call in a reverse engineering. Okay. OB is usually we can call as a reverse engineering or reverse planning. First, decide on the product you want to, or you require, whatever the, so you want to, my graduate should acquire these many skills. Okay, these are the attitude and these many related to knowledge. So you have to first fix what you require. First decide the product. Usually what we can call product means our graduate. Most of the time we can say our product means our graduate. So then come to what are the attributes, or when you fix what you want, then you can say that is a OB framework. We can involve defining the graduate attributes. Okay, redesigning the curriculum. This is a very, very important. Redesigning the curriculum. One small things I'm going to highlight you. Okay, on the basis of this accreditation and other this one, everybody knows there is a lateral entry people in a pharmacy. Usually they will lack of this pharmaceutical analysis subject. Okay, this is a pharmaceutical analysis subject. It is present over in a first semester, but the lateral entry people, when they comes to directly in a second year, they will miss some of these pharmaceutical analysis. But if you are having redesigning your curriculum or redesigning your option, yes, in a pharmaceutical analysis, we can include in a third semester also, for it is those who have came in a lateral entry people. It is a one simple example I have given in a redesigning your curriculum to achieve those capabilities and qualities. What happens? I'll give the simple example. If the person came from the lateral entry and the person who started from the first year to fourth year, the lateral entry person, he miss or he will unable to acquire some of the skills in a normal analytical technique. Like I can use the word like a standardization, or in a assay procedure, or simple to assess or to practice the strength of the different this one. So these are missing over the when the person comes to the lateral entry. Okay, but if you redesign or whatever, already you fix the what you want. If when you fix that, if you cross check, okay, these students are not able to acquire this knowledge. So that's what we have to rethink about how to implement or how to give these about knowledge of these. So then it is you have to rethink about where should I how to implement or how to introduce some of these skills and other things in the rest of his a remaining part of the sixth semester. Okay, carefully planned and the teaching learning process. This is another very important process. We have to carefully over the plan and exactly what you are going to teach. It is a day-to-day practice and how you are going to the complete. There is a plan of work. Each individual teacher should know what I'm going to teach today. Okay, if how many classes I supposed to require. Okay, whether why I'm telling you this. Sometime this whatever your OB outcome-based education system, we are directly comparing this OB to the next whatever the students they are coming into the next year. Actually, they are not going to having any relation. Okay, in this year, you may get some part of the in South India, most of the students you have got, but next year you have got most of the time in a North India students. By that time, already you set some standards. Whether that standards are they are going to meet above or whether they are not going to meet the standards of what you are set. So that's what the carefully planned teaching and learning process is there. In OB is it is independent to that student only. Okay, the assessment and report it reflects in a order of learning, master's required skills and the contents rather than the accumulation of the course credits. Rather than now, most of the time we are just accumulating the okay, these are the completes and these many credits points the student has acquired. Rather than this, you have to make a skill. How much the skill he acquired in that time of or that part that semester or end of that semester, one should know that. This is the actually the graduate attributes is basically they are framed very nicely in a Washington Accord. Okay, it is designed to curriculum. The set the content first in a level of distribution are usually bound in a university and council norms. Why I told you in these constraints. Already in a council, in a Pharmacy Council of India, they set one in our curriculum. Okay, and otherwise, if you go to any state university, they have set some in a curriculum. It is your compulsory, you have to adopt those in a norms only. So these are the some constraints or sometimes you can call it as a norms. And then come to you can how to set these content along with the available in some of the norms. However, additional course can be added to enhance the program. In an NBA, they never told to this one. There is called usually they will if you added the course, they will consider there is a good practice. We'll give some example. How we practiced in a good practice. We have given some summer research small projects. Okay, that helps most of the time these students to what I can say stimulate the pharmaceutical chemistry learning. This is what actually when you go back to vision and mission stimulate to the teaching facility and the teaching. So in a pharmaceutical chemistry department we started in a year 2013, 14, 15. Now is a continue. There is a small research work to the undergraduate program. In undergraduate program, the student they are going to have every year around more than 40 days off. In that time, we are started in a small the summer research school. Okay, in that summer research in a program, in that anyone in an undergraduate student he should work under the supervision of any UG teacher who she or he can complete the some of the 15 days or 20 days work, and she can able to give the report on that. That gives the confidence over the student. That gives the confidence over the student, and that actually helps us to most of the student, they will take the admission over the pharmaceutical chemistry. So this already we are practicing, and if we have any good practice in your colleges or in your mind, you better to discuss with your authority or your principal or vice principal, put into the some framework, like what is in your plan, and make them improvise it along with your seniors, your HOD, and take the permission from your institution. Then you start. Okay, that makes the very important practices over the existing whatever the curriculum. And always you have to choose in a such program that is some outstanding student. Already I use the word there is in India we are going to most of the colleges, you are practicing the slow learner and fast learner. So this helps to you can identify some fast learner and motivate them, and you have to give such activities. Along with this also, in a vice versa, you can identify some of one or two slow learner, join with a fast learner student, make them small team, give that. The small learner, the slow learner can motivate with these work, and the fast learner, he can get the higher skill and the better knowledge over the existing curriculum. Okay, so this is the how anybody can start the good practice or in a best practice in your day-to-days in a curriculum. Next, come to how to fix this 4-level attributes. That is usually a vision and mission. Once again, it is a very important for any institution or any program or any organization. Then come to a program educational objective, that is a PO. Then come to program outcomes, that is a PO. Then program specific outcomes. Then is another important comes in a course outcomes, that is a CO. Usually when you see the PO, when you know it is all about skill, knowledge, and the attitude. When come to the program outcomes and what exactly, sometime it is the accredited body they are going to fix, or sometime you have to fix your own program outcomes. Along with, if you want to have some specific outcome, even you can put the specific outcomes, that is usually you can call program specific outcomes. On this basis, you have to individual semester or individual when I say any program or any semester, you can give the course outcome also. Then come to the when you set this OBA segment, that is a very important one, is continuous quality improvement. This is a very, very important. We set most of the COs in a first cycle. Now already we are we are accredited in 2019-20. So now in the mid of that, already we started to framework our new COs. Okay, so that's what it is, a say what you want, then do what you say. Okay, then you can understand what are the lacunas and other thing. Then prove it. If it is a good, then you can prove it. If there are some lacunas are there, you can improvise that. That is once it is improved, then you have to state that. So once you state, don't deviate on whatever you are in a state or statement. That statement, once again, you have to practice. Okay, when you practice, so you can prove whether whatever your statement is right or wrong. And if it is wrong, you can once again, there is a room for the improvisation. Most of these Washington Accord, it has set some 12 graduate attributes. Okay, usually it comes to in a knowledge base in an engineering program. Then is a very important in a problem analysis. Third one is investigation. Okay, then come to design, use of engineering tool. Okay, then come to individual or teamwork, or usually we can call the when we say how the team wise or team leader or leadership quality. Then another part is a very important is the first part. If you see it all about it is the skill, knowledge. So then comes to, it is a attitude and behavior, other things. It is a knowledge, problem analysis, investigation, design, to use of the modern tool, and then in a leadership. So this all about when I say the skill, attitude, behavior, then once come to in a by and large, then seventh one, when you say the communication skill, whatever he has got in a skill, how he is going to communicate over the community, how he is going to communicate over the society. That is a communication skill. Then professionalism. This is one of the very important. It comes in a behavioral. Then come to, in fact, the another one is the ethics. Okay, they have put in ethics is the most common. Then come to economics, pharmaco. If I give the example now in most of our Indian universities, we are not giving the too much importance of pharmacoeconomics. But if you go to the West, or if you go to the most of the developed country, and even most of these, they are interested about pharmacoeconomics. The pharmacoeconomics is play the very important role in the future also. Then finally is the lifelong learning. So these are the some set, or I can call predefined in a graduate attributes are there. How we are going to change according to the some accreditation body. In India, it is a National Board of Accreditation. In a National Board of Accreditation in a NBA in India, they have framed some of these program outcomes from pharmacy is somewhat different, and in engineering somewhat different, but they are all on the basis of these 12 graduate attributes. Okay, so when this program attributes, it starts very important in each semester or each year according to your practice of pharmacy. Okay, so one should set the program outcome of the pharmacy. What is the pharmacy we are going to program outcome? Then in a course, you have to understand what is the topic outcome. So this you have to sit, retreat, regionalize to your department, sit over the senior professor or experienced professor. Okay, set over your course outcomes, what exactly the student is able to do at the end of the semester. It's a very simple logic. Whether the student is going to able to do this, you have to first draw over there, and with the help of your seniors or experienced people. Then come to governed by graduate attributes, especially in program outcomes are statements that declare what students should be able to do at the end of the program. Just now I told. Now then program outcomes are more precise, specific, and measurable than the goals. That's what never ever say the one should understand. It's non-measurable. Okay, so always a program outcome, it should be precise, specific, and the measurable one. Okay, these are the some 11 measurable, or I can say targeted or achievable program outcome. It has been given in a National Board of Accreditation in pharmacy section. That is once again pharmacy as a knowledge, planning abilities, problem analysis, modern tool usage, leadership skill, professional identity, pharmaceutical ethics, communications, the pharmacist and society, environment and sustainability, and lifelong learning. So these things, if you see, it is most of the things they are in a part of these 12 graduate attributes of Washington Accord. When I use the word Washington Accord, it has been signed in a signatories signatories of Washington. There are some accords. There are different accords are there, but so this it has been signed in Washington. That's what we can call it a Washington Accord. Okay, these are the some program outcomes. That's already, it is a more or less matches to the whatever the preset program outcomes. Then comes to when you are making the any course outcome, you should know whether your subject or your course is in a semester wise or year wise. On that basis, in a course outcomes are statements and observable student action. And so these are the things especially to think about: skill, knowledge, attitude required at the end of the course. It's very, very important. Once again, when we started in accreditation on the basis of skill, knowledge, and attitude, okay, on that basis only you have to framework, or you have to make these course outcomes. That is, a course outcome states that student attain by studying the course. The course outcome should be encompass all aspects of the subject. Okay, the COs must be addressed more than one POs and PSO. Whatever my course outcome, it should not be only related to one program outcome. If you make any course outcome, it should at least have a more than one when you mapping, it should map more than one POs. Okay, as a individual subject need not to address in all the POs or POs. That's what I'm telling. Some subject, if any, like a pharmaceutical analysis. In a pharmaceutical analysis, you don't think it should completely in a match over the all POs. But whereas when you want to study in a ethics, that time you can take whether whatever I'm Indian Constitution I am reading, or whatever the biopharmaceutics I am reading, it should not be it should not meet in all POs. Actually, any POs, at least it can meet the 2 to 3 POs of any of your all set POs of CO. Okay, the focus should be on the learning new modes of thinking rather than memorizing. Most of the time, most of the earlier we are memorizing rather than memorizing. We're having the learning or the skill regarding the in a time of graduation. Okay, the most of the people when you are writing any COs, there are a lot of time there is a bias. It is always think over the student focused, not teacher focused. What teacher is going to teach, that is not important. What student is going to learn, that is important. Okay, so that's what student is going to learn on the basis of what you established the POs. From program outcome, the one student should know what are all his skills. On that basis, with the help of student focus, you have to make a COs, not in a teacher focused or teacher centric. Okay, shall be easily manageable. You can make around 4 to 6 course outcome in each subject. So you can make a differentiate between sometime. I'll tell you our own constraint. Okay, most of the time in a PCI, the 90% there are only 5 chapters or 6 chapters. Okay, in a 5 chapters, if you want to make 6 COs, so most of the time your teachers sir 1 CO for the 1 chapter. You can do it, but most of the time when you want to do these only 1 chapter, when you are arranging the PO, that time it may be difficult. But if you are having, if you think over the student perspective, what student is going to learn in entire that syllabus, if you are having like a analysis is in a one part of the in a first chapter, in the same analysis part is a 5th chapter, then don't make the 2 COs, better to make 1 CO which can include the both chapters. So this is you are going to understand when you start practice or when you relook over the whatever your COs and other things. Shall specify and action by the student, it should be observable. That's what measurable. Most of the time I'm going to give this observable and measurable one. Okay, apart from this, one should know student learning behavior and appropriate assessment method tool. The one should know. So these things, how whether most of these COs, it should be in a student focused, not in the teacher focused. Then come to how we are going to write. Already, if you go to some of the Bloom's taxonomy, So you can understand all these in a 5 level of understanding. The one should know how to use the action word and how to use identify. I know there are some your resource person is there. He is going to discuss about this. I'm not going to touch about how you are going to use this Bloom's taxonomy and other things. I think some of the other people, they might have already the appropriate design procedure to solve the given problem, or usually you can include the action word and the learning. Okay, rather than just simple way use, I can say concentrate word like a define, apply, analyze are more useful for the assessment than verbs such as exposed, understand, or known. These are not non-measurable. Okay, how much understand is very difficult to measurable. How much exposure, that also is not measurable. Most of the time when you want to write or when you are structuring the NECOs, the take care it should be measurable. Then already I'm just giving some hints over there. In a Bloom's taxonomy, there is a remember, understanding, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. So these I'm not going to give too much of time, because I have seen your in a course your that is a one person is going to give the full length, that is a course outcomes and program outcomes, how they are going to write all these things. And but at least one should know the Bloom's taxonomy before her talk, or know the Bloom's taxonomy. If you know what is understand, what is a create, all these things, if you are able to understand before going to the FDP, then you can understand better than when you exposed to in a lecture. Mapping, once again, I'm going to give you this already. When COPO, there is a program outcome is there. They are going to help in how to map and other correlation of the course outcome and program outcome. Every course outcome is stated of the course should be correlated to each program outcome rather than contribution or magnitude towards each program outcome should be valued. So once again, assessment in that it answers so many questions like the systematic and ongoing process of the collecting, interpreting, and acting on the information relating to goals and outcomes. Most of the time it will give the answers like what are trying to do, how well are we are doing it, how can we improve what we are doing. This is the very important question when you are practice this OB. Okay, what we are trying to do. That is very, very important, whether we are going in a right track or not. Okay, how well we are doing it. That's also very important. That's one of the important objective of an accreditation, self-evaluation. How can we improve, what we are doing? That is once again, it can meet the another important goal of another important objective of the NBA improvement. Okay, there are some, if any, the NBA accreditation team comes, they will see all these in a first time in accreditations comes. I'm going to end on the completion of this one slide. I'll give the small glimpse over the what are the different criteria one should look for when they are going to for the first time accreditations. Usually in a first 5 they are in one part, and the 6, 7, 8, 9 they are the different part. These are the 9 criteria. They are divided into pharmacy. Okay, there is a first one is mission, vision, and program educational objectives. Second one is a program curriculum and teaching learning processes. The course outcomes and program outcomes. The student performance is very important. Faculty information and contributions. The facilities and technical support. The continuous improvement, student support system, governance, and institution supports financial system. Even though they are mentioned to how to achieve this, if you go there in a section where exactly you can get even how to distribute marks also. Can you see my in a PDF, this one? Whatever I opened PDF. Still, you can see only in slides.
Yes, sir. PDF is not visible.
PDF is not visible.
I will have it close.
1 second. Okay, can you see now? Can you see now the PDF?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so even what I have told, even the NBA, they're given very clear cut in a framework, like they are given a subheading. Like if I want a vision, mission, program, education, there's a 50 marks is there. How the 50 marks they are going to divide it in availability of the mission, vision, and that's going to get the 2 marks. Okay, the relevance to the statement, whether that whatever your statement is relevant of the what you are practicing, that is a 3 marks. Okay, so that's what if you go to the any such it is clearly available in your in a National Board of Accreditation in a website. They are given very clear cut message. Even sometimes they are going to give the how to calculate and all other things, and all the budgets calculation and other things. Each it will going to give their time to time how they are going to exactly how they assess. That's SAR. How they are going to assess also, and how you are going to prepare your self-assessment report also you can see. So this is the best way if anybody, if you are interested or if you are going for the accreditation. So you can go through these in a different whatever the actually required in accreditation system. Okay, so once again from this I'm going to complete my talk on the little bit what we know or what we are practicing in a National Board of Accreditation in NBA accreditation. If anybody any questions, if you are having 100%, if I know, I can able to express.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any questions, you can post in the chat box.
Sir, sir, I'm audible, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding this OBA, whether it is something that we have to practice for the first cycle of this NBA itself, now itself we should implement this.
Yeah, better to implement. They will ask at least last 3 cycle. They will check.
Sir, I'm audible?
Madam.
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
are audible.
Yes,
Sir.
Okay.
you are audible.
Sir, madam, usually they will assess this. If you say we are practicing OBE, and they will first ask the individual teacher how they are practicing, how they are attainment calculation and other things. But my sincere request is there, the program coordinator, any NBA program coordinator or assistant coordinator, they should know each and everything, because the time is very less. They are coming like 3 days or sometime in 2 days. They have got very less time, and in that less time only you have to tell all the importance. It is just like win-win situation. How best we are going to showcase our knowledge to in a normal time. Okay, so and these evaluator also, they're very smart. They also come to know whether the in front of person know everything or not, and how is able to give the in a specified time or in a minimum time. It is like just like if it is one person, any intelligence or creativity, he can give the importance what they ask, and that much we are going to.
Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, course outcome, program outcome is okay. Program education objective is coming in mission along with that. What about the program specific objectives, sir? It is
Yeah,
mostly related to engineering, whether it is applicable for us, specific
No,
objective.
no. Even I have discussed this in detail. Sir, PSO, it is only if you are having the different department, like a B Farm practice.
Okay.
So we are doing B Farm. There is another course called B Farm practice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you are going for the B Farm practice, what is the specific objective of B Farm practice?
Okay.
Okay, I'll give the in other way. In engineering, I'm going the one entire, not a college. I'm going on civil department, civil engineering department.
Okay.
In a program outcome, will remain same as a POs, but what is the specific towards the civil engineering department? That is the different from the computer science in a department.
Okay, sir.
Okay, there is a program specific outcome. So that is a may not be in a pharmacy, because in a pharmacy we are having only one, that is a B Farm, because
Yes.
some people if you go to the pharmacy council, there is another program is called B Farm practice. Okay, if according to my knowledge, very less or very negligible institution, they are running both as a B Farm and B Farm practice, according to my knowledge.
Then specific objective is having some meaning why we are going for that.
Yeah,
program.
yes, it is. But that's what now
Because,
in 2004-5, we have got PG accreditation, NBA in a pharmaceutical chemistry, our department is accredited. Okay, so that time, so they are mentioned in a PG accreditation, but I have not checked any like a pharmacy department they are going to accredited. They are given us some PSO regarding that. We'll hope we can have a little in a time to time they can update these things also, send any specific outcomes. But if you are having any like a such, if you want to practicing, you can.
Okay, sir. That was very valuable information.
Okay.
Because we have prepared CO, PO, and even for along with Vision Mission, the PEO is also there.
Yes,
Program
yes.
educational objective.
Yeah.
And in that program educational objective, preferably it is saying that what a student is going to be after completion of the graduation and what is going to be. And there is always a misnomer, some confusion. So we would like to get clarified on PEO also. Exactly PEO, what is mentioning, sir? What does a PEO want?
Sir, exactly. Sir, your vision, mission, whatever you are telling.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is the way. Most of the time they are repeating. If you go to their website, 90% time they are telling about quality assessment and evaluation. Okay, and most of the things it will revolve in this area only, sir. That is an educational objective. What your educational objective it is going to your meet or not. How you are going to meet, whether you are going to meet any additional you are added or not. I have given one like in a analysis, pharmaceutical analysis. The pharmaceutical analysis for the lateral entry, it was not there. But if you set the in a CO and PO in a analysis but that is a missing. Like you can say we are introduced in a third semester, those who are in a lateral entry for the specific for them. Okay, these are the educational what we are making the change, but it is not available according to the like norms, like in a gazetted copy.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody? Any other?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I have doubt in the CO mapping.
Okay, so that actually that required a lot of another 1 hour, 2 hour.
Oh, one
mapping.
How many points? Yeah, how many points the CO should be mapped with the POs? When we are designing the POs, do we have to consider the CO should be matched with the POs, or what you said minimum one PO or one
So
PO should be matched?
at least a maximum PO should map in a one CO. Okay, that time your attainment is a very easy.
What if our CO is not matching with more? I mean, more than one or two. Is it bad?
No. Don't worry. It doesn't mean that. That's what I given this one. Your whatever the Indian the first semester the students they are learning about Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution is not. You are not going to map any other except ethics and in a professional ethics.
Yes.
Okay, so like that, like that.
Do we have any type of procedure that we have improved our COs? COs with the POs, like is there any possibility we can improve the COs for mapping with the POs?
Okay, so if I say one example, okay, the student is able to do after the completion of B Farm, like he should analyze and assay the whatever the monograph available pharmaceutical compound. Okay, so this is the one CO just I am going to give you. So you can cover 3-4 mapping. The first one is as a knowledge. The second one is problem analysis. Third one is like a in a what I can say leadership quality. So all these things you can map one CO. But to whatever the standardization procedure, you may not map over the ethics. You may not map over the sustainability, but you can map over the ethics. Okay, okay, you can map over the like a continuous learning, like that.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. No, I do understand it is a difficulty when I tell this COPO, whatever in your mind, even in a 2017, 18 or 18, 19, we are having the same. But I'm telling you, you sit, practice, and some, I think this FDP, Chitra Madam and Damodar, so they are wonderful. They are made, at least somewhere you have to start to understand what we supposed to practice.
That is really good. Only we are worrying about some of the subjects like biostatistics, which is completely irrelevant to match with the COs related to the pharmacy POs, where it is coming very less point.
No, that you can say continuous education, lifelong learning. Okay.
Yeah. How it is redesigning of the curriculum we have told.
No. PO you may not. It is because it is already, it has been gazetted. Okay, but COs and CLOs, sometime you can do it. Okay.
Will it acceptable by the authorities?
No. That's what I'm telling you. These are the additional, whatever the prescribed, you have to practice.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
Sir, again, this, so as per your this thing, we have to just make it sure that each and every books or the notebooks, whatever they have, it should be made visible, right, sir?
Yeah. Oh, okay. One more thing that actually I because madam, what there is a in a day 3. There is a one total is a course outcome and program outcome. There is a one entire segment is there. That's what I have not touched upon that.
Okay.
Because in a day 3, even I can tell you. See, I'm requesting most of the people, when you write the COs and POs, okay, better to disseminate everywhere, like in every corner and in every practical. If you are having the first semester practical and first semester CO should be highlighted in a flex, and PO should be in all the areas, corridor, and each practical room and lecture hall, everywhere it should be there. At least student know what is the PO and what is the CO, and even sometime the student should able to map CO and PO. Okay, if suppose one student, he is doing the in a medicinal chemistry synthesis one he is doing. Okay, in a synthesis, that is the what is the one CO is going to, how she or he is going to map. Okay, if I am going to synthesis, I have to collect the samples. I have to collect the instrument. So to collect the instrument, it requires the communication. So she should that synthesis part, it should correlate to communication skill. Okay, so then if the communication is there, then she is going to do the some problem solving. Then that CO is going to map in a problem analysis. Okay, afterwards, if in a post synthesis, okay, that is called downstream process. Whatever that in a product, whether how I am going to disposal. Okay, if she knows or he and she knows what is a disposal criteria that is called in a professional ethics, and the another one CO, what we can call that is a 1 second. That is okay, environment and sustainability.
Yes.
Environment is very, very important. If she knows how to quench that, or how to make neutralize, then she knows that she can make a okay, this CO I can learn that is the environment and sustainability. Okay, this way you have to train the student how they are going to map each CO and PO to their regular practicals and other things.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So that needs to be practiced from now onwards, right?
Yeah. Practice and always whenever there is a practice, first we can say there is a reluctant. Okay, that each faculty I'm requesting you come out of that, come out of the box. Either we like it or not like it. We have to compete with one to other. So when you want to compete, I have to gain some additional knowledge. So if I want to do that, I want to acquire, I want to in additional knowledge, I have to do extra mileage of work. That is my simple thought.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anything?
Thank you, sir. That was very wonderful.
No,
We'll disturb you also if you have any doubts in future also.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thank you once again, Chitra Madam and Damodar sir. And thanks for the SRM. And also thank you for my institute. Yeah, thank you for my institution, my head of the department. He has given me full hand, full support and free hand to practice my department. Okay. And one more thing I'm telling you, madam, tell all your department their strength, weakness, and opportunity challenges. SWOT analysis. Okay. In that, when they comes to in a total all department strength is your college strength. Okay. So whatever the weakness, that is a weakness, and what are the opportunity to meet that weakness, that is the entire department or program. This one. Okay, that's okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
It was a very great opportunity shared by you, sir.
Okay.
Learned a lot, and we need a lot to implement also. So we'll utilize the remaining time in utilizing those whatever we have learned from your talk today. So
yes,
thank you so much, sir, for sharing your thoughts. It will be helpful for all the participants and as well as for our faculty also who are really into it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Damodar sir and Chitra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
And Dr. Anita,
my regards to Kathivaran also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And, okay, fine.
Sir, Dr. Anita madam has raised the hand.
Okay. Yeah, madam, Dr. Anita.
Dr. G. Anita, I think probably by mistake also sometimes it would have got clicked.
Okay. Madam, whether I covered most of the things or
yes.
time because of time and other things.
No. It was an extensive presentation. So
but tell the it is a whether recording is
stop.
Recording is there.
Wait. I'll close it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. As a token of love from the SRM College of Pharmacy, presenting your virtual certificate.
So we'll post you the certificate also.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Gauri madam, please stop the recording.
Yes, ma'am. The recording is stopped, ma'am.
But on the red color button is there.
You can pause it.